Thundergrunt Podcast Network.
In 1999, I was dating a girl. We were hanging out together in my house. We were very worried about the Y2K bug, and that people might just go crazy. Computers could fail, anything could happen. We were hanging out together, watching TV, getting ready for the ball to drop. At 10 o'clock, her brother called her and asked her to pick him up, him and a friend, because they had gotten into a fist fight at some party. Needless to say, I was a little bit angry at the time. We had a nice spread of food. We had a nice selection of wines. And I sat there alone waiting for her to come back, hoping that she would be there before midnight. It was 1 o'clock in the morning before she made it back. And we weren't together for much longer after that. A curioso is someone who inquires into esoteric matters. A collector of knowledge.
Curioso Podcast.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Chris.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, sir.
So, you know what my favorite part about this episode is?
What's that?
This episode, and I'm not even sure what we're going to call it as of yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But what's weird about this episode is that we have one foot in both 2015 and 2016 with this episode.
Yeah, we're kind of time traveling.
Yeah, because we're recording it right before New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't come out until after New Year's Eve. Right?
Yeah.
So, because you need time to do your editing and everything else.
Right, and we're going on a schedule.
And we're going on a schedule.
Right.
So we had a few ideas about what we would do for the very first episode of 2016. So obviously last year we started with a bang and we did censorship.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's when we decided that we're not going to censor. If we say dirty words, we're not going to beep them anymore.
Right.
Because if you're listening to us,
You pretty much want to listen to us.
we hope that you're a big boy or girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, there are some episodes that I guess would be good to share with children, but we do talk about alcohol and different things a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
we're not big cussers anyway.
We're not.
So we may have the odd F-bomb in an episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But anyway, so this year we thought that we were going to start the episode. We thought we were going to start the year talking about almanacs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we were like, that would be a great idea. So almanacs, we'll talk all about the history and how, and then, you started diving into it.
I did a bunch of research.
You did some research.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of research. And we both found out that almanacs are fairly boring.
They can be. Unless you're Marty McFly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, okay. So they've been around for a long time, and they're kind of cool. I mean, they typically have like an 80% accuracy rate, right, of whether it's going to rain or snow,
depending on what century you're in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, well, the old Farmer's Almanac totes that it has an 80% accuracy rate.
Okay. Well, they date back to like 794.
Yeah. You're just popping off your notes?
Off my research. 794 is the, proto almanac. But yeah, they date back that far.
Yeah. And I mean, so, we were going to talk about almanacs, but then we realized that we're not going to talk about it for the whole show because, it's just, we weren't interested in it. We thought we were going to be.
Right. And you've had some technical difficulties in the past day or so.
I did. So in the past week, my GPS blew up. So I do, for my day job, I deliver medical supplies, and my GPS blew up. So I've been having to use my cell phone to figure out where I'm going if I'm trying to make my way around DC.
Right.
And then my son jumped off my bed directly onto my laptop. So my laptop screen just cracked in half.
Right.
So I'm going to have to replace that. But luckily, you can find decent screens for pretty cheap.
Yeah,
I know how to do it, so I'm going to take care of it myself. But in the meantime, I thought we could maybe just discuss a little bit about the past and a little bit about the future. We can talk about 2015 and what happened and what we look forward to in 2016.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, just speaking for ourselves, we had a pretty good year.
Yeah, we definitely did.
We did a lot of fun stuff. We had a bunch of crazy, awesome episodes, some great guests. So I guess we kind of thought, let's sum that up.
Kind of like a 2015 year in review.
Yeah.
And what we're looking forward to for the future. I think that's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, let's start it off with a toast.
With a toast. Well, I tell you what. Are we going to do my traditional toast, Joe?
Sure. You go ahead.
All right. So Joe has poured us both a Goza.
Which is spelled Old Geyser.
But it's a Gose. It's an old German beer, and it's brewed with salt. So we're going to cheers here. And from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the sea, here's to all my friends in between.
Clink.
Cheers.
Lambic-y.
It is kind of lambic-y, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Well, it's going to be sour because it's a sour German beer, and it's brewed with salt. So you're going to have a little bit of that saline flavor to it.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you like that?
That's good.
I have one at home that I have in the fermenter.
Nice.
I'm just ready to bottle it up. I made Dana taste it when I checked the gravity, and she told me it tasted like ham. Maybe I put a little bit too much salt in it, but I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out past it. Yeah.
Ham beer. Sorry. She have a ham beer. All right, so now on my notes, I basically took a cue from Lars from Hobo Trash Can and Hobo Radio, but I should have drawn little ding dongs on it like he does.
Yeah, he does do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's his girlfriend. Draws ding dongs on him.
I thought Lars
with,
drew
like,
ding
Star
dongs
Wars.
too.
They probably both just do.
Yeah. Just somewhere where Lars is drawn into an area with ding dongs.
as long as it's all set.
Right. So let me start off with the typical stuff for New Year's. Resolutions, maybe? Mm-hmm. Question mark? Do you have any?
I haven't made any resolutions as of yet, but I, as we talk about it, I think that the first thing that I want to do is start pulling out my ukulele a little bit more and really actually learning how to play it.
It's only 4 strings.
Well, I suck at guitar. No, I mean like really bad. Like I can't play guitar at all.
I've heard it.
I'm not very good at bass. Right? No,
I've heard that too. It's
yeah,
terrible.
I can play a little bit of drums.
A little bit.
Like a very little bit.
Tiki.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I can play like a punk beat.
Sure.
You know
Anybody
what I mean?
can do that.
But I think I'm going to try and start playing my tiny guitar, or as we like to call it, a ukulele.
An ukulele.
I think I'm going to try to play my ukulele a little more.
Good, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got one, so maybe if you want to do some, like, dueling ukuleles.
Oh, man. We should do, like, a dueling ukulele video. Dana can play it on her banjo.
All right.
Yeah, we can.
Be a triple threat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sweet.
Also, I mean, as of always, I would always like to lose a little bit of weight, but I'm pretty happy at the weight that I am. You know what I mean? I just want to be healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Gotcha.
I am kind of a chunky dude. So,
It's
Joe,
all right.
do you have any resolutions?
I would say a permanent new home for Curioso Studios. Mm-hmm. That's my resolution, is get that nailed down and have a permanent home for all of our stuff and things, and a place we can call Curioso Studios all the time.
Can I bring over my Jenny Hanover?
Sure.
Put her on the wall?
Yeah. And past that, probably the same thing. Just be healthy.
Yeah.
Be happy, less stress this coming year. That's about it.
Cool.
Just a brief mention of some of my favorite things we did this past year on the Curioso. We did a live Tiki Night variety show.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
And we're kind of in the middle of planning this coming year's live event.
Yeah, so we're trying to decide whether it's going to be at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year. We
Right.
usually do it in spring, but I'm thinking we might go for fall this coming up year. I don't know. We'll see. We always like to do one live show a year at least.
Right.
So, and it's not a lot of the time. Like some of the guys on Thundergrunt want us to come up and do like a live Curioso
We're not really there has to be some stuff going on.
I'm so bad at that.
Yeah.
I'm so
because we're information based. We're history.
Yeah, we always do so much like research and everything.
Right. That would be super uber duper boring.
And we'd be like, hold
live.
on, let me flip through my notes.
Right. Unless we had like one of those old clicky projector things.
Oh, we should make a PowerPoint.
Ah, we could do that maybe.
Yeah, maybe that
but
might
even
work.
Even then, I think that would only, appeal to a very small percentage.
When it would be much more enjoyable to watch us do a variety show, and I can swallow a sword while we're doing it, and we can have some ladies get pretty much naked.
Yeah, see, that's
some burlesque girls.
That's
there,
a lot
you know
better
what I
than
mean?
a PowerPoint.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
You know?
We went to the Guar Bar.
Yeah, we did.
One of my favorite Curioso field trips ever.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
That was, yeah. I don't even know how to explain how cool that was. Like seeing all the nostalgic stuff on the walls, and it was really, really great.
Yeah, checking out the town, the food, the drinks, it was great. Yeah.
Yeah. So the whole thing. And of course the tiki mugs and
yep.
our buddy Chris that wound up getting our tiki mug.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Our first Curioso contest.
Yeah, that we've ever run. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Now we need to find other bars that are,
more kitschy stuff.
Yeah, that we can sell
people.
more kitschy crap for people.
Right. We placed our very own Toynbee tile.
Yeah, we did.
Come on.
And
rad.
I just got a tweet from a guy who saw it like the night before Christmas or two or 3 days before Christmas. Tweeted us out and said that he saw it, right? And so he saw it and was like, "What is this?" And like looked it up, found our podcast, and started listening. And was like,
Sweet.
"That's awesome!" So now we got a new listener because of Toynbee tile.
Exactly.
So and then he was like, "I was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't a real Toynbee tile." So I tweeted him back that, I'm sorry, it wasn't real, and it's not the greatest tile in the world.
No, it's an homage.
It's just a tribute.
Right.
The Tenacious D song.
Yes,
and he didn't catch it at first, but he was like, oh, now I get it.
Now I got it.
I
get simmering.
It. Yeah. You're using a 3-year-old song as a joke. I got it.
We've done some live recordings. Well, I wouldn't say live. I'd say on location recordings. We did a taxidermy episode at Bazaar in Baltimore,
as well as the Toynbee tile episode. We did a Bazaar as well.
Yeah.
So and Greg and Brian are awesome.
Oh yeah, I
totally
love
awesome.
those guys.
And the taxidermy episode, we met up with Robert Mulberry, the writer of Taxidermy Art, which was an awesome book. You know what I mean? And I'm really glad that we got a chance to meet up with him.
Super knowledgeable.
Absolutely.
Like, great guy.
And since that episode has come out, I've had a few emails sent to me from a few places, Florida, California, asking me if I want to bid on taxidermy.
I know you said you showed me that one. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't really have the means for that at the moment.
Nor do I really want a large buffalo in my living room.
Yeah,
but I'll send you to people who might want
and that's
one.
what I was doing. I was sending them to other people who might. Yeah.
Right. We also did an episode all about Robert Ripley with our friend Nora.
Who is actually no longer with Ripley's, believe it or not.
I know.
Sad face emoji.
Well, I'm kind of happy because where she works now, I would love to go and record there.
Yeah. Should we say that?
I don't. That's up to
Can
you.
we say that?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't think it's a big deal. She put it out on our book face page.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but now she has left Ripley's, and she's now at the National Aquarium.
Yes.
Which is right in down. It's literally on the other side of the harbor. So it's not.
Right.
I mean,
you can row a boat right across.
Yeah, so you can take a water taxi.
Yeah, I would just use dolphins.
Oh well, probably just a paddle boat is all.
Yeah.
You.
Do they still keep the seals there? Because I would just ride seals.
Honestly, you could really just walk.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
that's
you
kind
can
of boring. Well,
you can just walk right around.
You can
there.
walk through the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
and watch all the Oompa Loompas making cheesecakes.
Are they Oompa Loompas? Is that
I don't know.
They keep
That's
there?
what I call them.
I think they're called workers, Joe.
Oh,
they're people. Is what you should call them.
Okay. Well, they're all orange
employees.
and tan,
like Jersey Shore.
Yeah, exactly. Blonde and orange. One of my favorite things we did, sort of a hair-raising, nail-biting process, was we entered into the 48-hour film project this past year.
Yeah, that was a rough 24 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Or 48 hours, rather.
Yes.
That was very rough. Which we produced an awesome movie, Your Biggest Fan. Mm-hmm. And Dana has been diligently trying to get it on IMDb.
I know.
And she got it on there, so it's on there now.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to show her. I'm on IMDb for some Otakon footage thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm dressed up as Jareth walking around.
But isn't it, like, it's not the actual footage, it's like bonus footage, like as in...
Yeah.
As in, like, you came on the bonus disc
Yeah,
footage.
bonus reel.
Right? And Dana was like, Joe's known for bonus footage?
Oh, yeah. Lots of it. So, but it's that led into, another short film that we did.
The 29-day film festival.
Right.
Right, where we had 29 days, and I think we actually shot 3 of those.
Yeah.
Three
and
of
everything
those
else
days.
was editing and audio. So.
And I think you were still editing down to the point where we had to turn it in.
I'm like, okay.
Like the last 5 minutes.
Here's the thing. Another thing with this past year, Star Wars. Now, this just correlates with me and George Lucas. I'm kind of like George Lucas when it comes to audio and visual stuff.
Are you comparing yourself to George Lucas?
Kind of. Because if I had it my way, our short films would not have been sent out the way they were.
Yeah.
Because there's always a small tweak here or a small tweak there. A little, this audio is a little rushed. But in 48 hours, I can't make Star Wars, You know what I mean? Like, it's different levels and things like that. But
or for that matter, 29 days.
And 29 days, with work and life and things.
And I think I had a few gigs that I couldn't be there for
right.
a certain few weekends. So
I can kind of understand how Hollyweird gets, kind of their panties in a bunch when, film times are, kind of crunched and everybody's kind of on the ball, or not on the ball, as it were, sometimes when it comes to those things. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I'm hoping this year we can do possibly some more.
I'm down. I would love to go into the 48-hour again and give it a try. So just a few of my favorite episodes. But I loved Ice Wine.
You did?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ice Wine was... Well, first off, Ice Wine is really good.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But I really liked just kind of talking about it. I've never really dove into anything about wine, right? I've made some meads before and stuff like that. And of course, we've done the mead episode.
Right.
But I never really dove into wine and grapes and, what that's all about. But just kind of finding a little bit about that. Of course, dumplings.
Oh, man.
Which was your idea. And I was like, Joe, dumplings, seriously. What? And it turned out to be an awesome episode.
Yeah. It's like coffee or beer or anything that has a huge, long history, and spans the globe. Come on. It's a great subject.
Absolutely. And condiments.
Yeah. That was a really good one.
With Michael Cornett. That was an awesome episode.
Yeah.
Everybody loves sauces. Everybody loves condiments.
Yeah. I mean, how are you going to go through life, eating dry toast and dry hamburgers and dry this?
Let me just tell you, ever since that episode, right, I haven't bought mayonnaise.
Huh?
I take a mason jar, right? I mean, Mike was talking about it. Neither of you guys like mayonnaise, but he was talking about how to make actual mayonnaise with like a stick blender. You know what I mean? You take that mason jar, you put some oil, you put some eggs, and you just whip it up and pull it up, and it makes a fantastic mayonnaise. And you can just put a little sriracha or whatever you want into it to kind of flavor it. But that's what I've been doing. I've just been making my own mayonnaise.
Sweet.
I mean, I've been doing that for a long. Never mind.
He makes his own gravy, ladies and gentlemen.
And of course, this year we also ate lots of oysters with Dana.
We did do a lot of
many ways.
Yeah, I mean, I had a hard time getting through that episode.
Oh, it was great. Did you notice so far I'm mentioning all the food episodes? I guess I am.
You kind of like
I said,
that.
I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
It's all right. What about coffee? Speaking of foods.
Okay. The fact that I had to drink a bean that came out
Of a
of
small
a rodent's butthole.
It's not a rodent.
It's not a. It's
not a rodent.
Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
No.
Just because some nutria comes and eats coffee beans and then craps them out doesn't mean that it necessarily makes a better cup of coffee.
I'm just
and
saying,
I've tried it. I have tried it, so I have proof. Sure, it was an okay cup of coffee.
Okay.
All right. But it was.
It was okay. It wasn't a $40, for 1 ounce or 2 ounces. It wasn't worth that.
It didn't come out of like a shiny unicorn's ass.
No,
Okay. I mean, it's
no.
not like it was magical.
It was a small, cuddly, cute creature.
You know what? I
Came out like a
gotta be
payday.
honest with you. I don't really want to think about it.
It kind of came out like a payday and turned into some coffee.
Oh, and really, I don't like to think about it. It kind of makes me retch a little bit every single time.
Well, what about all the hot stuff we had for the capsaicin episode?
Oh God! Well, that wasn't that long ago.
I know.
I actually am.
But that
My
was
mouth
still-
is still burning.
That was still technically last year.
Yeah. Well, my mouth is still burning from that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that the fact that the last 10 minutes of the episode is just all three of us screaming.
I know.
You, me, and Dana screaming for about 3 minutes
Screaming, grunting, and wailing like.
in agony.
Yeah, it was like a battlefield. You know what I mean?
It was so bad.
It was
It
really
would
bad.
not go away.
No, it did not stop.
Don't go anything above like a habanero. You don't need to. That's
don't
it.
need
You don't need
to.
it. You don't need it. Everything else is excess past that. Habaneros are good. Anything past that is excess.
Speaking of hot stuff, my lovely lady friend got me some of this as a stocking stuffer for Christmas. This is a dark chocolate with hot smoked paprika. And I made you and Dana try some hot smoked paprika during that episode.
You did. And, Dana pretty much choked herself on it.
Oh, God, she
when
hated
she ate
it.
it because I think it's because it was in that powder form.
Right.
She was like, "This is so gross. I'm eating like powder," but this is mixed throughout a chocolate bar.
Yeah, give it a try.
So I like hot chocolate. I like hot peppers in my chocolate.
Right.
I like it a lot.
And this isn't super hot.
But this is supposed to be. Oh, they're smoky.
See?
That's smoky.
Doesn't it taste just like that powder?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great, Joe.
Isn't it? It's awesome.
All right. My birthday's coming up.
Need some of this?
Hot smoked paprika
Okay.
in a chocolate bar. That's awesome.
Isn't it? It's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. So what is this?
This.
What are you trying to put in my face now?
This is for Michael Cornett. He was on our previous year's Absinthe episode.
Yeah, because Mike has been on an episode at least once a year for the past 2 years.
Right. So this was kind of a nod to him. Again, my lovely lady got this for me for Christmas, stocking stuffer. This is a 74% dark chocolate.
Well, I'm already in.
Right. With absinthe.
So this is an absinthe chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down.
And you can't see.
Do you have to put a sugar cube on top? Trip some
no,
water on it?
and you're not going to see any like fairies or chocolate creatures.
All right, here we go. I'm going for the green fairy.
Do it.
It's the herbally. Because you're used to like spearmint chocolate or something like that.
Right.
Like peppermint and chocolate. Mm-hmm. But this has that herbal character to it.
The anise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Almost green tea like. Mm-hmm. Right?
But
You
there's
ever
a-
have like green tea and chocolate? Those
yeah.
are good.
Yeah, yeah. But do you taste that absinthe?
I do. But
yeah,
that's what I'm
it's-
saying. So you have the herbally of like green tea kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Because I've had green tea and chocolate before.
Right.
Right? So I'm getting that, but I'm also getting like kind of spearmint, menthol kind of thing from it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely get absinthe.
Yeah. So just, a nod
That's
to
not
Mike.
bad.
A nod to Mike, saying, hey, if you like, because I know he likes absinthe.
Yeah. I don't like that as much as I like the paprika chocolate.
Okay.
Just saying. Mm-hmm. Just saying, Joe. Geez, and we've had 2 Mouthies on this year.
Really?
Yeah, we had John and Ron both on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because John was on for Horror Bands because he's with Free State Guitars.
Yep.
And then Ron was on for which episode was he on this year?
Lovecraft.
And Ron was on for our Lovecraft episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
That was. And he totally taught me something. I did not know that Lovecraft and Houdini were so tight, and had written, what is it, the pyramid? What is it? Beneath the Pyramids?
Oh, yeah.
That he had ghost written for him. So I went on LibriVox, found those, and went back and listened to them.
Oh, it's on LibriVox?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I haven't listened to that. Another person we should mention 3 times this past year, Jason Cavane.
Jason, our certified pet orthist.
I know.
Yeah, he is. We brought him on for feet, and he's been along for the ride.
Yeah,
3
he won't
episodes
leave us
this
alone.
year.
No, I'm joking.
It does help the fact that my kid and his kid are about the same age and they play together.
And they get along.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
So,
but he was on.
I wish me and him got along.
Better.
Yeah.
You know, Polar Expeditions.
Well, that one just came out.
Yeah, that's a recent one.
That was our end of the year episode.
He was also on our Hops and IPA episode.
Yes, so hoppy, so hoppy.
We drank a lot that day.
Yeah. It was. We were just a bunch of bitter old men drinking bitter old beer. And also, he was on Notable Animals too.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Part 2.
Or is it Noteworthy Animals? I always get that messed up.
You always mess it up.
I do.
And you're the one who plugs it into the interwebs.
I know. Well, that's all right. Somebody will correct me.
Catch you.
Yeah, somebody will correct me and fix me. So, but Joe, and I hate to bring this up so early in the podcast, but I definitely think that we're going to have a Notable Animals 3.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a colon in there.
Colons aren't animals.
No.
That's a part of your body.
No, like the punctuation.
Oh, okay.
I have an idea for Notable Animals 3 coming up in 2016. And of course, I'm going to see if Jason can be on it. And I think it's going to be a great episode.
Okay.
Coming up.
I'm stoked about it. 2 people that we met, maybe 3, the previous year.
Who has become a large part of our podcasting lives in this year.
Yeah. They graced us with their presence for our burn supper that me, you, Dana, and a few of our friends had together.
And I got hammered at.
You got really hammered at.
Which, by the way, it's coming back around soon.
I know.
Right?
I know.
So it's January, 25th, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Is Burn Supper. And I think that this year we're probably going to hold it again and have our friend El Tigre and Tony E come, right? As well as the 3 people that you're discussing.
Talking Lars Periwinkle.
Right.
Joel Murphy. And Joel's lovely lady, Molly.
Molly's awesome.
She is awesome.
And also, I've put this out on a few places, but she's having a tough time with some medical issues.
Yeah.
That I don't even think the doctors can exactly explain what is wrong with her.
Well, they're only doctors.
Yeah. So if you get the chance, she has a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, please check it out. I have it up on the on our Facebook. I'll make sure I have a.
It's on our very important page.
Yeah.
Our very important site page.
Yeah. So make sure you go check that out. And if you have a couple bucks to throw her way, definitely do it.
Yeah, she needs it.
Yeah. So, but besides that, Lars actually wore a kilt to the burn supper this past year.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad he was wearing underwear, though.
I didn't check. Did you check?
No, it's just the way he was
Why
sitting.
would you?
The way he was sitting,
He didn't.
Now I know why he draws dicks all the time.
He didn't leave butt prints on your chair when he got up. Is that how you know?
Yeah.
You sniffed
Sweaty haggis
you
prints.
sniffed your chair when he got up. And Lars was also in Your Biggest Fan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. He was, I think he played the guy who got killed.
He was the third death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he played himself.
Yeah. And, we were also talking about resolutions. My plan this year is to go out. I want to see one of Joel's
stand-up.
Well, it's not stand-up. It's not even sketch. What is it called? Improv.
Oh,
I need to
improv.
go and watch Joel improv at least once this year, if not
I
more.
would really like to.
Yeah, because he's doing it all the time, and it's his passion, and I really need to go check that out.
Yeah.
So, So that's one of my resolutions. I'm just going to keep on coming up with them. More resolutions as we go along.
Well, and you see, that's how they work.
Yeah.
You start off at the beginning of the year with a core amount, and then throughout the year, Yeah, you need to do more stuff. You need
Yeah.
to step it up. You need to try new things. Build off of your original core resolutions.
Yeah.
You know?
And, so since we already just mentioned him, right? Let me go back. So if you're not listening to Hobo Radio, you absolutely need to start.
You should be.
You know what I mean? Because they're talking about pop culture. If you're into any kind of TV shows, pop culture, they just did this huge thing on Star Wars, you need to go and listen to Hobo Radio.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm not a big pop culture TV guy.
Yeah.
I listen to their shows because I know those guys.
Yeah.
They're funny. So.
They're absolutely hilarious.
But that's my reason I listen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And
I'm just
they've
like,
also,
those guys and their silly TV.
and they've also started putting out some videos on their YouTube page.
What is it, Hobo Cafe?
Yeah, right? The Hobo Cafe, where they do like a little
Animated,
yeah,
it's pretty
thing
funny.
about like, a little animated sketch taken from their episodes and stuff, which are really funny.
Yeah.
So you should check that out. And apparently Lars has also stopped wearing deodorant, which is gross. So, but that's just my take on it.
PU.
So, also I want to mention, since, we brought up our YouTube page, YouTube.com/Curioso Podcast.
Yeah.
You need to go and get on that. But also, my resolution for this year, I've had a lot of people that have friends that don't listen to podcasts very much. They don't know how to get on podcasts.
They don't know
much.
what podcasts are.
Right. And so this is a trend that I've been seeing where podcasts will take and just put a static picture up and then put their entire episode,
The audio.
on the YouTube for people to just listen via YouTube while they're driving down the road. Right?
Yeah.
So that's my plan for this upcoming year, that every episode that we do, I plan on dropping that on YouTube. So
Okay.
it's much easier for people to find if you're
It's
trying
another
to...
path. It's another path to the Curioso.
Yeah,
basically.
well, yeah, exactly. So it's another medium for you to be able to listen to it. So,
Right.
well, same medium, different venue, I guess.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that happens. So if there's a friend of yours that you want to listen to it, but he doesn't even know how to get on to podcasting, you can put him towards our YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
And on our YouTube, there are a good dozen or so short little sketches, skits.
companion videos.
Companion videos from previous episodes. Some are pretty funny.
Yeah.
And they're all done by us, for you. And I will say one of my resolutions is we're hopefully going to do more of those this year.
Yeah, because we haven't done a whole lot this year.
We had a lot going on.
Yeah, we did.
We're doing short films versus, a sketch for, so kind of juggling, but I really think you guys deserve, a handful more this year.
You've been good.
Of our faces, in moving picture form.
Hello, Curiosos. This is Michael Cornett from the blog Dust and Corruption, wishing all Curioso listeners a Happy New Year, and stay curious. And try some absinthe and condiments. And guys, have me back on. I'd love to be on again. And read my blog, dustandcorruption.blogspot.com. I'm having a lot of fun this year. At least I hope to be having a lot of fun this year. But anyway, stay curious, folks. Talk to you later. Bye. Happy New Year.
I also don't want to forget to mention our good friend El Tigre and Tony E.
Yeah.
And the fact that he sent us an awesome Christmas present, and we have
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. Of 3 different types of whiskey 3 ways.
Yep.
And we are going to drink that during Burn Supper, hopefully with Tony E. and El Tigre.
And I'm hoping maybe this year if we can do a whiskey episode.
Yeah.
Tony's just going to be there.
Yeah.
You know
that
what
would
I mean?
be kind of cool. Well, I already have him slated for an episode in August.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you what that one is.
All right.
But I have him slated for that now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be there regardless.
Good.
Even if I have to drag both of his personalities. You know what I mean? Out for that. Joe, since we're looking back as well as looking forward, I just want to say that our very next episode coming up,
Yeah.
at the end of January is actually a listener suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
love those. Like, seriously, that lets me know that, A, people are listening,
Yeah.
which is always kind of nice, and B, what makes people, what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And because I don't know everything. You don't know everything. I don't know what happens on this side of the world or on that side of the world. So if someone suggests something that is outside of our purview, our wheelhouse, even if we know some kind of obscure stuff,
Yeah.
they may know even more obscure stuff. You know what I mean? It's just really nice. It's that tit for tat.
Yeah.
Quick pro quo, Clarice. It's that kind of thing.
Well, and if you have a suggestion, we have specifically left some spaces open in our itinerary where we could either put in an episode that we think of, or we could put in an episode that you think of.
Yes.
So send us a line at feedback@thecurioso, right, .com, and let us know if you have an idea for an episode that you want us to discuss, you want us to talk about, and you think it's cool. As long as it's not stupid, we'll do it.
That's the caveat?
That's the
As long as
caveat.
it's not stupid.
I'm just okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Unless you
if they're like,
call, unless you-
here's an idea about almanacs, and then I'll be like,
Damn it.
yeah, that was my idea.
Here's the thing. Well, you could call in, and suggest it that way, and
That's
then
right.
possibly instead of our goofy voices for the anecdote that you hear almost every single episode in the beginning, it will be your goofy voice.
Yeah, and that phone number is Hide a Sword, or if you don't have a touch tone phone, it's 1-443-327-9673. Hide a Sword. So,
I don't know how that happened.
well, I was trying to think. I tried to type in sword swallower and a few other different things. The Curioso, nothing worked.
Right.
And I was like, hide a sword. Let's see. And it was the only one that would work for the phone number.
Well, I guess it really just depends on where you're hiding the sword.
I guess it does.
But yeah, we take suggestions. That's the thing. Is what we're trying to get across is we take comments, suggestions, ideas, Or if you've been to any of these places or tried any of these things that we've talked about in this past year, let us know.
Yeah, we'll put you on the episode.
Well, and
We'll put you on a episode.
right. Just even commenting about a previous episode, that's fine. We just want to know what you guys think. We want to know your feedback, your ideas.
We're open to it, sucker.
That's right.
If there's a specific beer that you would like us to try, we will try it on the air
If we can get it.
if we can get it.
Yeah.
Or you could send it to us.
Maryland's a bit weird, Some things you can find and some things you can't. So, not that we had this episode last year, per se.
Well, it was at the end of 2014.
right.
It was like one of the last episodes in
Right.
December.
I just wanted to bring it up because I learned this today. Spencer, the Trappist Ale from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Apparently, their distributor is Anheuser-Busch.
Really?
They no longer want to be distributed by Anheuser-Busch.
Oh.
So we will no longer get Spencer Trappist beer here in Maryland.
Oh, no.
So if you find it and you're in Maryland, hold on to it.
Now's the time to grab some and drink it.
Right. So the ones we're having right now, 'cause
Yeah.
I just poured 2 for me and Chris, enjoy them because they will be doing self-distribution
Which means
shortly.
you'll probably have to be driving to Massachusetts to pick it up.
Right. And that just goes back to our Trappist episode we did 2014. I am now a Trappist whore. So anytime I find Trappist beers,
They're all so good.
I know, but I'll get like two.
Yeah.
One I will save and one I will drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've got pretty much all of them except for the mythical West Flatron.
Yeah.
Which I haven't had the balls to order another round because they're really expensive.
And probably a little bit black market too.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I don't, hush, hush. But ever since that episode, like that is my newfound love of beers is all things either Abbey style, Trappist, and or Belgian
Yeah.
in general. Just because the beers are just thick and viscous and warm and cuddly.
Yeah, and so since we're also speaking about kind of previous episodes, I want to mention that haggis is supposedly the ban on real haggis with like the lungs and the liver and the and all like
the offal.
all the awful. The ban on that is supposed to be lifted this year.
Really?
Yes, I believe in January, just in time for for a burn supper.
Sweet meat? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
So we should be able to actually get real
Order-
haggis with the lungs and everything else.
Direct, maybe?
Diarrhea? What?
Order direct from Scotland?
I don't
Possibly?
know. We'll figure it out because I'm not planning on ordering it at least until the first of the year,
Yeah, that would
which
probably
is
make sense, yeah.
the past when this episode airs, but the
Again,
future for us right now.
I'm telling you, time travel.
Yeah.
Here's some jelly babies.
It's a wiggly, wimey, timey-wimey.
What?
Nothing. You haven't watched Doctor Who in a long time.
Yeah, not the new one. That's just gross.
Oh, man, that is good.
Even for American Trappist beers, this is amazing.
Our one lone American Trappist beer.
The
And it's-
only, it's like,
Yeah.
so
And
good.
It's really, really good. So I also want to mention that we tried the Munkenstein recently.
Oh, yes. If you guys haven't heard or listened to those episodes, Chris took the yeast and dregs from all 10 Trappist beers that we had in the Trappist episode and proceeded to make this conglomerate, this evil demon creature thing that we dubbed Munkenstein.
Yeah, so I took all the yeast, I propagated it from the bottles, and then I brewed a beer with it and pitched that yeast into it.
That's what I said.
Well, I just said it again, Joe. So deal with it. And it made an awesome beer.
It did. It really did.
Yeah, and we were just at the Free State holiday party with our friend at Free State Guitar. That's John.
Mr. John Malfi.
Yeah. So and Darren came out.
Yeah, Darren
my
was
old,
there.
My old Sideshow partner, and Ron was there, and a
All
few
the
other
entire
people.
Malfi clan.
The whole clan. And Darren tried it, and he was so excited because he was like, "Is this is the beer that you were talking about on that episode?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "And you brought it here?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And we cracked a 22, and he was like, "This beer is like famous."
Legendary.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure."
Blush.
he was very excited. Yeah, and it's very, very good. It's getting almost wine like.
Yeah, well, it's been aging for almost a year.
Yeah, about a year now.
Yeah.
And it is getting to the point where it's very wine like in flavor.
Yeah.
Kind of like a barley wine
Yeah,
almost.
it's very barley winey.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a very high gravity beer.
Oh, yeah.
It is pretty alcoholic and pretty sweet, and it's great. So just in case you were wondering how Munkenstein turned out. So Joe, we mentioned Hobo Radio, but also I want to mention a few other notable mentions for other podcasts that I've really gotten into and that we've kind of become
Friends?
friends with.
Compadres?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that are not in our Thundergrunt network.
No, yeah.
I want to first off mention History Goes Bump.
Yeah.
Those girls are awesome.
Yeah.
So that's Diane and Denise, and they both do a haunted history tour. And you've probably heard them. We put a little bumper, a stinger, if you will, in a lot of our episodes this past year. We plan on keeping on working with them in the future. They are awesome.
And they're located in where?
In Florida.
Florida.
Florida?
Florida?
Floridia? How do you say it?
Florida.
That's what I said, Florida.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you always have a new thing that you just want to mention that I say funny.
No, it's always the same thing. You always say things funny.
Anyway, so they have an awesome podcast where they talk about haunted history, so it's really, really cool. If you get a chance, you definitely have to check them out.
Yeah, it's worth it. We were also on the 500th episode of a little English podcast called Pod Quiz.
I freaking love Pod Quiz.
Yeah.
So much.
It's kind of one of our traditions. Anytime we go anywhere over an hour drive, we do some pod quizzes.
Yeah. So Dana, Joe, and I will all listen to Pod Quiz and see what kind of score we get. You know, just like it's a pub quiz.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what it is.
Yeah. So Pod Quiz is awesome, and we were on there, and we hope to maybe do some more with James from Pod Quiz in the future if we can.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely check him out.
So, Chris, what are you excited for 2016? Any new movies or TV or political things or religious things, or plan on pickling something? Just like, what are you excited for
I
this
can pickle
year?
that.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying,
Well,
like, what are you excited
mostly
for?
like home brewing, which it's, I'm not going to bore our audience with just how much home brew I plan on brewing in the future.
Technical mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, but I have been hit up by a guy who has a YouTube page who does some history videos, and he wanted to have us on there.
Sure.
So I'm planning on meeting up with him sometime in January.
Okay.
And when that gets hammered out, I will make sure that you guys get the link and you can watch that video. So, and we might even have him on an episode. I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
I was hoping maybe this year I could ride a sea serpent.
Do you know I have my lovely lady friend? She was giggling so hard with that pronunciation.
The sea serpent?
So now it's like a thing. It's like inserted into my average, normal, speech. Every time I say, I don't know why I talk about sea serpents a lot, but I have said sea serpent several times after that episode, and it always comes out the same way now.
The serpent.
Sea serpent. Isn't that funny? It's like now it's just stuck in there. That's how I'm supposed to say it.
It is. It's how we're all supposed to say it.
I don't think so.
The serpent.
Well, it's like you and your ridiculous piquant.
It's piquant.
No, it
when
is
it's
not.
hot, it's piquant.
God damn it. No, it's not.
My, that heat is piquant.
Please, someone write in, call in, smoke signal in, for goodness sakes, and tell Chris it is not piquant.
When it's not, it's only piquant when it's about heat, like spicy heat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, piquant.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's picante.
That's why it's picante sauce. Because the sauce is piquant.
Anyway, moving past that. Oh, man. Anything else you're excited about?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's plenty of different movies that are coming out.
Well, I know
what I mean?
you're a big
you
TV.
You have, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, all that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm into like any.
Well, you're a big superhero fan.
Yeah,
and I
man.
know this is going to be another big superhero year.
Absolutely, it is.
So that's why I'm asking. And I'm not pulling a Joe and Lars here. I'm just curious.
Here's the thing: is that when you and I record, we record on the nights that we usually record on like Wednesday nights, so that we can get the episode out the following Thursday. So it takes up the time that it would normally we be watching Arrow, the Green Arrow show.
You would normally be watching Arrow.
Yeah. So now I have to watch it on the on the app.
Okay.
You know what I mean? On my phone.
Is there a Green Arrow app?
No, it's the CW, which is like the TV station that it's on.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I watch The Flash. I watch Green Arrow. I watch S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
religiously. You know what I mean? Every single week. But if I miss it, I don't always watch it at the same time. Sometimes I'll just watch it on the, the app. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because it's what you do.
Okay.
So, and I know you don't watch any of those shows. And of course, Game of Thrones is coming up.
Well, I just as long as I have the little inside.
I'll hook you with shh.
Let's not talk about it, baby.
How'd you get 250 pounds of pudding anyway, or whatever it is. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, is that what we're doing? Well, yeah, I like that show, but that was something that you were like, you will definitely like this. Please try it.
And it's awesome.
Right. Well,
Did you ever read the books?
No. When do I have time?
No. I didn't actually read the books. When I say that, I mean listen to them via audio.
You audioed the books.
I audioed the books.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
They're really good if you get the chance. I mean, I really enjoyed audioing them, and I did like the entire Dark Tower series on audiobook. I've done all of Game of Thrones on audiobook. So we should probably have Audible as like a thing, right? Everybody else does Audible, right?
Yeah,
should we be doing Audible so people can
let's look into
get
that.
on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Do we really need that money, Joe? We don't need that.
Well, actually, we kind of do. Here's the thing, people, is that this podcast comes out of my pocket, comes out of Chris's pocket.
Yeah.
All the equipment that we're using right now comes out of our pockets.
Our
together.
collective pockets.
You can't wear my pants because you'll stretch them out. Don't shake your head at me.
I just was looking. I was just looking at you.
So one of the things that we've had in the past year, in 2015, we've had a slight, moderate amount of donations and Amazon link purchases and stuff like that.
Yeah, buy all your stuff from our Amazon link.
Right. Or directly donate to us.
Yeah.
Because it really does help. I mean, we like doing this. This is a fun, amazing thing that we get to do. And we have fans. We have people who respond. We've got friends, and we've gained friends and fans over the past year because of this podcast. So, if you like it, if you enjoy it, if you, want to hear us continue to do this, then just think about it. Think about donating directly to us, or, buying some of our Zazzle stuff, or something off of Amazon using our link.
And
it really does help.
There is also the PayPal link on there where you can just donate a couple of bucks.
Right.
And that'll help us. Every single month we're paying out of pocket to get this out because we like doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fun. But it becomes kind of expensive.
Yeah. So, especially in October when we put out 5 episodes for the entire month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really have to up our bandwidth when during that month.
And the time in editing and, when we do videos, it is also audio and video. And it's just, it kind of adds up. So just think about it. I'm not saying you have to. We're not trying to sell podcasts. That's ridiculous. But if you enjoy it and you enjoy us,
throw us some ducats.
Think about doing that.
I just have to say, all you Curiosos out there, that I really appreciate you listening to us in 2015, and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the episodes that we have coming up in 2016. We're going to work really hard to make this a better year than the previous 2 to 3 years that we've been doing this now? Mm-hmm. So we're going to try to do, even better episodes, better ideas,
right.
And we need your help. Come up with some ideas. Send it our way. If there's something you want to hear, that's the most important thing. Mm-hmm. Is that we're doing this for us, but we're doing this for you.
Yeah. If you live in a hut somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but you have internet access for some reason, and you have an idea about some creature in your neck of the woods, send it to us.
Yeah, we need to do more cryptozoological episodes.
If you're, a deep sea diver and you've seen giant squid or whatever, tell us about it.
Did you hear about the giant squid that?
Oh yeah, I've seen them.
That popped up. Well, no, I mean there was one that was in at the harbor in Japan, like in Tokyo Harbor.
Yeah.
It just popped up out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. It was just sitting there, like, because that's the noise that I imagine it makes.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he was just sitting there, just
chilling,
hanging out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Didn't take any divers down. You know what I mean? I thought he was going to take somebody down to the depths, but he didn't.
Yeah. We'll give it time.
He was looking for the cheese.
The cheese.
Hey, well, he's not going to find it in Japan. They don't need a whole lot of cheese there.
No, they don't. If you live near, an interesting place, You know an interesting person, a time in history. Let us know.
If you live in a time...
In a place.
Hold
With
on.
a
Did you say
person?
if you live in an interesting time in history?
No, if
If you live in an interesting time in history,
No,
please let us know.
if you live in an interesting place or know of an interesting time in history or an interesting person in history, did I say that?
If you live in an interesting time in history, please let us know. We would like to know, what time in history that you're living in. Send us an email or a, fax, possibly.
Or SOS.
A telegram.
Ooh, an Enneagram.
Write us a note and leave it somewhere.
Ooh, they can
leave
send-
it in our studio in the past. Mm-hmm. We'll find it in the future.
They'll send us a mammogram.
I don't think that's a thing, Joe.
Oh, it's a thing.